Hello friends and families, once again welcome to Armstrong Computers channel. My name is Prince Armstrong. Today's segment we are going to then deal with how to import data into Microsoft Access. Okay, so we see that we have some couple of data here in Microsoft Excel, how to import this data into Microsoft Access. So if you are new here, this is Armstrong Computers channel. You can try your hands on that and then you are good to go. So after entering this, then let's begin by then creating our database and importing the data here in Excel into Microsoft Access. Let's get started. So as you are here now, you can just after creating your workbook, you just have to click on File and then click on Save As, select the location, click on Browse, and select the location where you want to save your workbook. So here, for me, my case is going to be my document, which I've already saved as employees. So I'll click on Save, and I'll click on Yes to resave it again. So after I'm done, the next I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and launch my Microsoft Access. So I'll press the Start button on my keyboard and then go ahead and type Microsoft Access or Access, ACCESS. So basically I'll press Enter. As you can see, I'm using Microsoft Access 2013. So you can choose to use any versions that you want. I'll go ahead and press Enter. So it's launching. So as you can see, my Microsoft Access has already launched. So I'll click on where we have blank database. I'll select it. Then I'll give it a name as employees, and I'll specify the location where I would like to also save my employees database. I'll click on Browse. Then again, I'll save that as desktop. So I'll select my on my document, not desktop. So I'll select my document. Go ahead. As you see, file name is employee, and you can see it's Microsoft Access 2017 to 2013 database. So you can do this for whether you're using Microsoft Access 2019 and you are good to go. So let's begin. So I'll go ahead and click on OK. So after clicking on OK, I have to come here and click on the Create button here. So voila, my database is created. So after my database is created, you can see that where we have table 1. I don't need that. Remember, I'm importing the table from the Excel. As you can see here, this is it, and this is my Excel. I'm importing this whole thing from Excel to Microsoft Access. So I'll go ahead and close my table, and then now for me to then import the table I created in Microsoft Excel to Microsoft Access. So far as creating a table is concerned, if you don't know what a table is, once about a table is a database object, or you can say a table is an entity that can be selected and manipulated as a unit. So a table being an entity consists of some series of attributes. So as you can see here on my Excel, the employee's number becomes one attribute of one employee's name becomes one attribute, which is known as a field. Salary becomes a field. So basically that is what a table is. So as I am in my Microsoft Access, I'll go direct on the tab. So we have the home tab, the create tab. So I'll look through the ribbon. Another way we have import and link. Okay, then I'll click on where we have import. We have Excel. We have Excel. So when I click on Excel, I then click on the browse here, and I'll select where we have my employees here, and I'll go ahead and click on open, and that will be open. So you have to import the source data into a new table in the current database. Yes, we select that. Don't select this. So I'll select this. So import the source data into a new table in the current database. So yes, that is it. I'll go ahead and click on OK. So when I click on OK, let's wait for it for a while. A dialog box will then display. So this is my employees. Now you can see that it has already created. So we have the first row contains column heading. So am I saying that the first row content is a column heading? Now when you select, yours is going to be like this. So you have to select that the first row, the content of that column is your column heading. So you need to specify that. So when you specify that now by employee number, employee name, and then the salary becomes my heading. So I'll go ahead and click on next. So after clicking on next, so here I need to specify the primary key of my field. So when you watch very carefully, so far the primary key is concerned, it's asking me that before we move on to the primary key, I need to specify the data type. That is the word, the data type of my employee's ID being my first field. So it's telling me my employee ID data type. Do I want it to be a double data type? So there are various of data type that you can select. If you want it to be auto, you select it. But here, I want the data type should be short text. So I'll go ahead and select my short text. So the index, do I want the index to be off or yes or okay? So I'll maintain the index as low. So I'll go ahead and click on next. So after I click on next, I like to specify my primary key. Do I like MicrosoftAccess to add a primary key? As you can see here, an ID is inserted automatically, having 1, 2, 3 to 5. Or I like to use the employee number as my primary key. So if you want to use the employee number as your primary key, you click on what we have, choose my own primary key. You select that section, and then you click on what we have, the field you want to use as a primary key, you select it here. So as you can see, I like to use my employee number as the primary key, so I'll select that. And after I've selected choose my own primary key, you can see that the default ID that was inserted automatically was removed. So after I'm done, I'll just have to go ahead and click on next. So here I need to give a name to my table. So the name of the table I would like to import the data to is called employees. Okay, so that is, you can add s to it, employees, anyhow, any which way. So I'll go ahead and click on finish. After I click on finish, you can just click on yes. You want to, if you don't want to save that, you click on save and click on close. But here the case, I want to save that, so I have to click on close. So after I'm done, my table is already created. When I double click on my employee table, you can see the data are in nicely. So you can also do that, and then you can just import your data into your database. Import your data from Excel into your database nicely. So I hope this lesson has been beneficial to you. If you like this, just subscribe so you see new updates like this. My name is Prince Cos-t. Thank you, and that is just that.